This is the Heroic Voice, where I talk to comic book creators, people I've worked with, other interesting people, about the history of comics, superheroes, and the current state of the comic book industry. I also discuss current and upcoming projects, current events, and any other topics my guests might be interested in talking about. So subscribe and hit the like button. Help me grow this channel and promote indie comic book creators, publishers, and other people affiliated with the comic book industry. Your comments are appreciated. Get to it and leave feedback, good, bad, and otherwise. I am your host, Dennis Mallonee, writer, publisher of the Heroic Multiverse, where we spotlight good girls, bad girls, super babes, and superheroics in a classic, kind of golden agey style. Grab some snacks and enjoy. This is the Heroic Voice. Hi, this is the Heroic Voice.
This meeting is being recorded.
I am Dennis Mallonee, and I'm here today on July 27th with Paul Abrams, artist, painter extraordinaire, who's there, just adjusted his camera for us. Say hi, Paul. Can you hear me?
Hi.
Hi, there he is. Okay. All right.
Yeah, I hear you fine.
Okay. Paul is, among other things, the creator of Harpyra, this wonderful character here, Harpyra, who has appeared in issues of Tigress and in her own story in Heroic Spotlight. And we were talking at some point about you maybe doing another Harpyra story, but you've been busy, I expect.
Yeah, busy moving. We switched houses after 31 years. So that's what I've really been up to.
Okay. Well, what else have you been up to besides shifting your living location after all this time?
Well, up until the move, I was doing covers for a lot of independent writers.
Independent writers, I mean, not just comic books, but fiction, science fiction?
Right. Nothing to do with, I think you're the only comic book that I've done covers for in the last 10 years, to tell you the truth.
So what books have you done covers for? What should people be looking for?
Of yours?
No, of the other stuff that you've done, because we're here talking about you, not just comic books. And if comic books aren't a huge part of what you do, we should talk about what you do. I would have said do. Oh well.
Okay. What do I? A lot of these are independent people. They pay me to do a cover. I don't know. They sell it on Amazon, I guess. That's about it. I do a lot of commissions, mostly off of Instagram because I have an Instagram site. So a lot of people contact me about having either buying the drawings I just posted or having me do specific drawings for them. I sell artwork through catskillcomics.com.
Say that again. What's that website?
Catskillcomics.com. Catskill Comics is all one word.
Like in the Catskills.
Yeah, actually, Saugerties. I used to teach, and he actually took my class. When I say teach, I taught one night a week at BOCES. Anyway, so he sells a lot of my work, including a lot of the Tigress pages and things like that. In fact, if you go to his site, you'll see, I think he's still got a lot of covers, color covers. We just sold a couple.
Really? That's cool.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember who the character was.
I've got a couple of covers here that you did for us in addition to that Harpyra story. You did, we were talking about doing some trading card stuff at one point, and you did some paintings that were intended for those cards, some of which have ended up getting used on some of the covers, like this Sparkplug piece.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
I just found it. Actually, I just found her. Like I did the background digitally, but she was actually hand painted. So I just came in packing. I just came across her.
And there was this rose piece, which was really nice.
Yeah, The
Yeah.
original looks like that too.
Yeah.
So
So
I also found that one. This is all as I'm packing. I find all these different things. In fact, I found more, I think it's Tigress pages when I was packing.
you
I
did
found a
have
box.
like
What?
five issues of the Tigress, I think. And
I wouldn't know, but I know I had a lot of pages and somebody was sure buying them. I
mm,
don't know if it was the same person, but a lot of them just sold. If you wonder why I have trouble looking at the screen, I forgot that this computer's screen kind of flashes.
oh,
so, so that's kind of why I've been avoiding looking, but I'm trying to look more.
okay.
I'd have to, if I pushed it all the way back, then you wouldn't see me that well, but let me try something.
So tell us how you got interested in artwork and how people can follow you. You mentioned the Instagram page. Do you have other social media that people can go to look?
The Instagram page is Paul Abrams Art on Instagram. So if you look up Paul Abrams Art as one word, you would find my page.
Well,
And
people should
then
do that because you're
yeah,
really, really talented.
yeah, and then they can direct message me to do commissions and things like that. If they're doing comic book stuff, I prefer them to go to catskillcomics.com because he's my rep and he does the packing and everything. And he's a really good guy. So I feel like he earns his percentage. I've been with him for years. I mean, geez, I've been with him for like 20 years.
Hey, if he does the work
So,
and he helps you out, then yeah, he's earning his commission.
yeah, he's definitely a good guy, honest too. So, um, anyway, they can direct message me through Instagram at paulabramsart.com. And what else? I mean, if they want to just see my artwork, I have an art station site, but I'm not really that on the internet, especially lately. So I finally got a newer computer that has a solid state drive, so it's much faster than this one.
All right, let's keep
And
going.
this,
You know, you got the vid audio. Maybe if you fiddle with it a little bit more, it'll come down, but don't tell us you're fiddling with it. Um,
right.
so what do you have any specific projects on tap? Oh, wait a minute. We never got back to the question of how you got into artwork. How did that begin for you?
Um, well, it actually began when I was a kid. My mother had a book of Gustav Dore's illustrations for the Divine Comedy. And I don't know if you ever saw them, but they were really something else. And I'm
And
talking
what
about,
illustrations of the Divine Comedy?
Gustav Dore.
Oh,
He was a
Dustin
French,
Dore. Okay.
yeah, he was a Frenchman that lived, well, he died like around 1860. And he was
Oh,
amazing.
oh, 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 yeah. Yeah, I think I have seen that old edition a long time ago, though. Yeah.
Yeah, you can actually get it through Dover Books, just the illustrations now. I mean, you could, I guess I got that book, just the illustrations when like back in, I don't know, 1970.
And you remember that as being your inspiration to get into artwork.
Yeah, because it was full of devils. Basically it's got Dante's Inferno and he goes to hell. So
Yeah, I think that's basically the plot. Yes.
yeah, he goes to heaven. In the end, he goes to heaven, but that's the boring section. It's very small because you could tell Dory liked drawing the demons, and then he goes to purgatory, and finally he goes to heaven.
Uh-huh.
So it was major inspiration because that's the stuff I still draw a lot of and prefer
Right.
to draw.
Harpyra, right? As a demon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. So that was how it started, and I guess then for a while when comics was over, in like for me anyway, in like 1997, um, that was when everybody kind of got laid off from wherever they were working, including all the. I was independent, so I was working for like Marvel, and I had worked for DC. I was working for Techno. I was working for you. I was working for Lightning, of course. And anyway, when that ended, I started doing fine art paintings, like still lives and landscapes in oils. So I did that for a long time, for about 10 years till the recession hit. And then all the galleries started closing, at least the ones that were carrying me. But most galleries started closing. So then I started doing more illustration for the book covers. And at first that was really a big deal because I had learned how to use a computer to do digital art. And so I do like half of it by hand because I like drawing. And
Yeah,
so
you
I
mentioned
draw.
that, like that spark plug piece where you did the background digitally.
Yeah, and I did Flair that way, and I did a whole lot of your books that way. That's why they're for sale on Catskill Comics. Even if I didn't color them, what I would do is a lot of times would paint them, and then I would color them in the computer. So I
Uh-huh.
do them all. Sometimes I do them all in brown tone. Sometimes I do them in full color. Sparkplug was full color, and Flair was full color. Uh, and that one you held up of what was her name again?
Psyche,
Yeah,
Rose.
Psyche was full color.
Mhm.
So, and they were kind of big. They were like 14 by 17, the originals. I guess that's big. But anyway, so like I said, I did a lot of covers, and for a while, um, you know, it seemed like the publishers weren't aware of the advantage of digital. But then as they got wise to it, the prices came down.
Hmm,
So, that
that's
was
not
kind of,
good.
yeah. So then I ended up just doing like things for independently when people would say they're.
Okay, we have Paul back. He's on a new computer. I hope it'll be better. This one, I hope, will not freeze up on us. We don't have that much more to talk about. I think where we left off was talking about probably what you were up to, what you were doing. While we were offline, you mentioned the fact that you moved like 15 minutes away from your old house after 31 years to a very nice neighborhood out in the woods. Um, how do you like it out there? Is it good
Oh,
for
it's
artwork?
great. I got a bigger studio now, that's for sure. And yeah, it's good for artwork.
Ah, great. I noticed you have landscapes on the wall. They're not here in this room, but when you first came on, there was a very nice
Still life.
lake. Yeah, a lake landscape.
That's my wife's paintings.
Oh, she paints too.
Oh yeah, she makes
Does,
her living painting.
does she have a website where people can go and see the Lady Abrams stuff?
Yeah, it's janebloodgoodabrams.com.
Say that again.
janebloodgoodabrams.com.
Bloodgood. Good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yep, just like it sounds.
Oh,
I
that's
forgot. I also have a website somewhere on the internet with all my fine art paintings. It's just paulabrams.com.
that should be easy to remember.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So no comic book stuff, just total still lives landscapes. So
Beautiful work. Yeah.
yeah, in fact, I don't know if you could see it. I'm going to show you one of her paintings on the wall. Can you see it at all?
It's hard to make out, but
All
that's
right.
uh, that's a lake landscape there again. Maybe that's the one I saw
Yep.
here.
Lots of water in our area.
Upstate.
So
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
So
beautiful.
in fact, it's been raining. It's been raining here like every other day practically. Every day it's like thunderstorms. Keep having them. We have like almost 2 acres of land now. So, and it's not all that has, I have to mow most of it. Let me put it that way.
You've got
So,
your own Walden Pond, basically.
yeah, we actually do have a stream right in front of our house and a culvert that our driveway goes over. So, yeah. Anyway, so yeah, it's inspiring area. And any more questions?
Well, not so much. I do want to point out that we do have some more Paul Abrams covers coming up. We've got a Red Rapier cover that's going to be on an issue of Champions Adventures. We have why am I blanking here? We've got a Whipperette cover that's going to be on Champions number 68. We've got one more cover. We were talking about it offline. Do you remember what the third one was? I guess I can look. Um,
You had Red Rapier, Psyche,
you did. We,
the
we showed them the Psyche cover.
the
Um,
Giant.
Giant, that was the other one. That's going to be on Heroic Spotlight number 27. You also done some other covers. There's a G-Girl cover that you did that was on in one issue or
Oh
another.
yeah,
Yeah.
that was fun. G Girl was fun. Tigress, I always liked doing.
Yeah. Oh, there's that classic piece that you did where she's like on her knees, and we did a limited
Yeah,
edition nude version of that too, which is long since sold out. Um,
yeah,
yeah,
that was a good one.
that was a good one. That was extraordinary. I think that was Champions number 57 where that appeared.
Hmm.
We're out of stock of that. I was actually looking for it earlier today, and I'm going to have to get some more copies because I don't have any at the moment. Um,
Oh,
yeah.
you got
But
the digital file though for it,
oh yeah,
right?
absolutely. And I'm sure people can, if they're interested, they can find it online. I'm sure some people have issues of that they put up occasionally.
Yeah,
Um,
actually, the closed version of her, the original version, she was all hand painted, and that background was just digitally put into it.
hmm.
So, and then when the guy asked for a nude cover, that was done digitally.
That's interesting. So
So, and it was just all I did was take her top off digitally.
sure, that
So,
works. It's a lovely piece. Both versions of it are lovely.
yeah, I
Um,
really
do you
like that
have
cover.
do you have any favorite works of art that you know, not even necessarily pieces done by you? What were
Oh,
your
favorite works.
inspirations? What were your inspirations in the fine art field? And I think after we do that, let's talk a little bit about what you might have upcoming, and then we can call it an evening.
Okay. Um, I like, I like certain painters. In particular, Frazetta was is a major influence, and I like Brahm a lot, Gerald Brahm, and I like Simon Bisley. So I would say that between those three, um,
Very nice. So what
Alex
projects?
Alex Horley too.
Oh, what projects do you have coming up that people might be interested in?
Everything's on hold because of the move. I didn't want to get committed to anything at the moment, but starting in September, I'm hoping the house will get sold
The old
and
house.
the old house, yeah, because we're still clearing it out. I'm
Uh-huh.
still like hauling paintings out of there, and
Hey, after 31 years, you got a lot of stuff to take out.
you should see all the comics I got. I had to get because I used to get comics from all the companies I worked for.
Uh-huh.
So, and I gave a lot of them away because I used to teach at my home. And I give them to the kids and the teenagers, and I still got, I kept a lot for myself for some reason. So, uh, and Lightning used to send me, geez, they'd send me like 50 copies of every issue I did
Wow.
straight from straight from Quebecois. It would come. So I've got boxes and boxes and variant covers and everything.
You should put them up on
So
eBay. Sell some of them.
I probably will. But again, it's like I don't have the time right now. I'm still starting to do artwork again because you can't stop doing artwork. At least I can't, just because of sanity. And there's no other way to put it. It's like it really keeps me sane. So I'm still doing artwork, and then you've got to unpack stuff. I'm still unpacking here, and I've got all these supplies I had to move in from the old house. And you're trying to set everything up so it's and try to remember where you put everything. Is that also is hard because I was throwing stuff in the closet. So, but I got all my acrylics and I got, found a whole bunch of sets of gouache that I must have bought, which I've never used. And I got all my oils. So, and I've got all my millions of pencils. So I'm ready to go. So I'm hoping in September to start working on some kind of project.
Let's plan
So
on it.
that's
You do
say again.
commissions, right? People want to get commissions from Paul Abrams. They can contact you through what website again?
Well, the easiest if they go to Instagram, paulabramsart.com. Oh no, it's Paul Abrams Art, um, whatever Instagram's handle is. Just go on Instagram and type in Paul Abrams Art as
You'll
one
find it.
word. Yeah, and you'll find it. That's probably the best. And if you want a comic book commission, go to catskillcomics.com because he handles all my comic work. Most of the people that ask me for stuff want tattoo designs and basically bizarre drawings. A lot of them just say draw what you want and they'll buy it. So I work a lot on a tonal paper with meaning a gray paper where I can use darks and then go in with white and bring out highlights.
Mm, mm.
So sometimes I get a lot that where people ask for that. A lot of tattoo stuff. I also sell t-shirts. So um I don't personally sell them. I sell them through a company called T Public, which I guess if you went to my Instagram page, there's a link to my t-shirts as well. So that's kind of what um things have been happening here.
Well, Paul, it's a pleasure to talk to you face to face.
S-
I enjoyed
Same
this,
here, Dennis.
despite the break that we had, but
Yeah,
we resolved it. So, anyway, it's good to see you. And if people want to follow what you're doing with Heroic Publishing, I'm sure we'll be doing some more stuff. You can visit our website at heroicmultiverse.com.
yeah,
We've got a lot of Paul Abrams covers back in the day and all those issues of Tigers that you did. So
yeah.
anyway, let's say goodnight and don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Paul, let's do it again sometime.
Okay, sure, Dennis.
All
Take
righty.
care.